Hello guys, it's Susie here. I'm really tired and it's only 43 minutes past 9. Yeah, just want to do a quick video. Sorry about my hair and if I look awful, but do I care? No. This is not a glamorous place. If you want to look at pretty people, go and watch pretty people on YouTube. Right, anyway, this is, since it's the 31st of August, which means tomorrow, well, actually like in a few hours if you want to say that, because it's 9 o'clock and it's nearly 10, so like in another 3 hours roughly, or a bit less than that, however you want to put it, it'll be midnight, so that means it'll be the next day. But for now, it's still the 31st of August, and that means tomorrow, if you haven't guessed, it's the 1st of September. Now, a quick message just to let you know before I start this video. Yeah, it's been my like summer holiday break, where I've had like just over, haven't had a really long break, because I was at college since the 31st of July, and then I had the whole month of August off, and now it's going to be the start of September and I'll be going back to college. I have signed up to college and I'll be starting on the 7th of September, so I literally got like 6 days off, if you want to call it that. Unless you want to count today, then it's a week, but you can't really count today because it'll be tomorrow very soon. So literally I've got like 6 days off left, and then I got college. But of course you get 6 weeks every term, and then you get a break. The college that I just finished when I finished in July the 31st, we didn't have any half terms, you know, you didn't get any like Christmas holidays off, where it was only for 5 months anyway, but we didn't get any like breaks. It was like it was constant. So this is gonna be a whole year, and I don't finish till this course until next year, 2016, and it's the first month of I think it's like the 7th, you know, the 7th day. Yeah, so the 7th of January 2016. So if you guys, I will still be doing videos, probably just not as often. I hope I will still be able to do a lot, but that's what I'll be doing. So besides doing YouTube, my main goal will be doing college, and I might be getting a part-time job with it as well. I don't know yet, but, you know, separate. But yeah, anyway, this video, that's just to tell you about that, so you guys know what's going on. So literally I've got like 6 days left to just do whatever and chill out. So I've enjoyed my little break that I had. I didn't really get a long break, but I've enjoyed it. This video is just going to be my roundup for like the books I've read. So what books I have read for August, because it's the end of August. I'm going to I think I will start reading it. I don't think I'll start reading the book again tonight. I have just bought a new book actually. So yeah, I won't do a book video about what I'm going to read next in order like I did last time. So I told you my 5 books to read, so you knew what was coming. I will do that again. I just don't think I'll do it now, because I haven't got like an order in my head like what book I'm going to read. I'm kind of just going to read one. I have been reading more. The books I have read this month is 9 in total, which is kind of a white lie. So I have read 9 books, that's true, but I have read more than 9 books. But these books I have read that are more than 9, I have reread a few books. So books I've reread from like whenever it was, like last year or a few months ago, but I reread them again because obviously I only started YouTube not that long ago, and I've been doing the books that I've just been reading, but I want to reread like most of all the books I've already read, which is a lot, and review them, but I can't really do a review of them if I don't remember what it was. So that's why technically I have probably read like 15 books or something, but it doesn't really count because I already read them before. So, you know, I'm going to say I've read, so you could say I have read 15 books if you want, or something like that. But technically, books I haven't read before, it's 9, which is still a really good number. I think that's really good. So I've read 9 books in August 2015, don't forget that. And I'm going to tell you them in order, and I'll show you the picture of them because I went and got the pictures. I'm really tired, so I'm sorry if I sound awful. Anyway, I'm using Goodreads to let me know what I have read when it was as well, and I've got the covers, but that's separate anyway. Just to let you know, a side note as well about books, I think I've mentioned this before, but I've got a challenge on my Goodreads, you know, where you set a goal of how many books you want to read this year. I didn't do one, this is the first time I did one. Last year I think I didn't set one, but I read like 107 books or something last year, and that was doing college full time and going out and having a life as well. But I will say that when it came to my summer holidays break or half term for Christmas, there was like a few weekends or, you know, like Christmas holidays where I would just like stay in bed for like 3 days straight, sort of thing, you know, doing stuff, but mainly just staying in bed just reading. So that's also probably why I got to read it. And I went through a breakup last year, which is good. I dumped him, and it also helped because he was stopping me from being able to do a lot of reading. So when I broke up with him, I was like, yeah, I can just read romance books to cheer me up. I went on the proper reading bit. Sorry about this talking. Anyway, I'll do it from the first book I read of August and then go to the last. So yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah, 9 books. The first book I read in August was on the 8th of August. It's not even the whole month. I didn't read it from the beginning. I didn't do like, you know, this isn't like me doing a book every day. That'd be impossible. I actually probably could do that, but I would get like no sleep. Yeah, so the first book was on the 8th of August 2015, and that was Saved by Kelly Elliott, the Wanted series, and I'll show you the cover of that. I have done a book review of it, so if you want to go and check it out. I won't put the links to the book review because you guys can look at it. It's not that hard to find it. The next book was on the 9th, so this is the next day, and it was Faithful Wanted 3, which is the third book after the one I just mentioned. And I did a book review of this one as well, so if you want to go and look at the book review you can, which is really good. So I'm not going to explain the book, so I'll just be talking for a very long time. The next one was on the 13th of August, so there's a little break. I can't remember why, but I'm pretty sure I had something to do, you know, like something busy to do for like the next 2 days or something, or I just took a break. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure I did have something to do, so I couldn't read. I couldn't commit. I would like to be able to sit down and know that I don't have anything really to do to commit to a book. But sometimes, you know, when I'm at college full time, and I'll be starting soon, I will have to go back into that cycle of like reading a book, one book at a time, not like 4 at one time or whatever, and read it when I get a little bit of like be able to read for like 2 hours of the day and read it on the way to college and on my break and still have a social life. So it'll take me a bit longer to read a book, so it might take me like 5 days, maybe like 3 or 4, but I'll still be able to read it without doing stuff. Anyway, next one was on the 13th of August, and this is Cherished, the Wanted book 4. We're doing a series here, and that one is, I did the book review for this one as well. This one I didn't enjoy as much as the other ones, so just telling you that. But I did like how they ended it with all the characters. The next one's another Kelly Elliott, it's Sassafras right now at this moment. Broken, the Broken series, book 1. I do have the book cover for this. I'm pretty sure I've got every single book cover for this month. I'm pretty sure I checked. And it's this one. I haven't done a book review for this one yet. And I read it, when was it? I read it, I forgot now. See how quick I forget. The 13th of August. I will be doing a book review. I sound really weird. This is a completely different author. This is J.S. Scott, The Forbidden Billionaire. This is the second book in the series. I really enjoyed that. I actually didn't read it in order. I read this one, which is the second book in the series, and then I went and read the first one. So, because the summary of the book didn't sound that interesting to me, unlike the second one. I do have to admit, I'm glad I read it not in order, because the second book was way better than the first one. But I did enjoy the first one. I went to read it, and it's this one here. And it's another. These are all romances, by the way. The one I'm going to start reading soon is a bit different. It's a romance, but it's got a different kind of story to it, and I'm excited about reading it, so I haven't really read a book like this before. The next one I didn't enjoy very much. I haven't done a book review for this yet, but I did do a book review for the first book of the series, because this is the book series called Billionaire Boys Club, and this is the 6th book. And that's the last book in the series. So I finished that series, but I haven't done any book reviews of it yet. So I read these like before I did YouTube. But this one I had read when I started YouTube. So it's the 6th one, and it's One Night with a Billionaire. But I didn't enjoy it. I think the other books were way better. And I will show you that. And I will be doing... The second book was my favourite out of the whole series, which is Beauty and the Billionaire, which is like a remake of like Beauty and the Beast sort of thing. But the Beast is a billionaire, basically. They're all like rich boys who have trouble with love, and it looks like this. I didn't really understand the book cover for this. I like it when the book cover makes sense of the story. This one didn't really make sense because it's meant to be like champagne or something, right? I don't remember her ever drinking like... Well, she did drink wine, but that was like twice in the whole book, and it had nothing like a big meaning to the book, if you know what I mean. That didn't make sense. The next one was on the 16th of August, if I didn't say. And the Forbidden Billionaire was on the 14th of August. Now the next one's on the 21st. Let me just say, because when I read the Forbidden Billionaire on the 14th of August, the next one's on the 16th, because there wasn't a book on the 15th, because I was actually busy that day. It was my mum's birthday, and I filmed that. It's a vlog on YouTube, so that's a good excuse. I was out pretty much like half of the day for my mum's birthday, and the rest of the day I was like sleeping and making mum open her presents and everything. So that's a good excuse for not reading a book, and it's one day, so I think I did quite well, and I went straight to reading again. The next one is No Ordinary Billionaire. Now this is the one where I said about the Forbidden Billionaire. This is actually the first book of the series. I read that on the 21st of August, and I said it wasn't. I'm glad I didn't read it in that order because I thought this one was better. I do think maybe this book cover's nicer, but I could just say that because it's got a red rose, and my rose is my forever flower. Yeah, it's the same as like it's another like group of boys who are like brothers and cousins and that, and they're all like rich billionaires, and they all have their own story, but they're not all in the same place, and they end up finding love somehow. The next one is on the 22nd of August, which is the very next day, and this is another Kelly Elliott's book. When I just did the Broken one, I haven't done a book review for this one. This is the second one, which is Broken Dreams. Where's the cover for that one? Here. And I will say about like the other books, this book, I did read this series in order. I read Broken, the first one, then I read Broken Dreams. I think the second book, which is this one, was way better than the first one. The first one was still really good, but they just topped it like a cherry on top of the cake. It was even better, and I felt more personally connected to this character because she had a lot of personal things in her life that relate to me more, like things that happen to her and what she goes through and how she feels. And she likes books like me. She edits books for a living. I want to edit books for a living, but she loves like romance books, and she's even read The Marriage Bargain, which I've actually read. So when she mentioned this book, that within the book, I was like, I've read that, so I know what she's going on about, and it's actually got like something to do with the book. So even though it's not by the same author, but it's a really good book. I like that book, and I have read it, so it was good. And then the next one, which is the last one, so that's 9 books, is on the 26th, so there's 4 days off then. I kind of took a break from reading, so I kind of got bored of it. I have to keep reading and reading, which I don't blame me because I read 8 books in a go then, and then I went off. And I was watching a lot of TV, catching up, because I was catching up on Beauty and the Beast, Boy Meets World, and Chasing Life and all that. I've been catching up all on my TV because I'm still behind. I've still got TV to watch. The camera keeps getting out of focus, and sorry. And this one is unlike any of the other books. This is C.S. Stevens' Thoughtful, yeah, and it's the Thoughtless series. This is 1.5, and it doesn't tell you what I mean, because this is the Thoughtless series, and there's 3 books. This is the 4th technically, but it's not. It's called 1.5, so it's not really the 4th book, but it's the 4th book out. But it's what you should read after you read the first book if you want to. So you don't have to, because it's from the guy's point of view. The series is about a girl that has her boyfriend, and she meets her boyfriend's best man, and he has a thing for her. So it's kind of like a cheating relationship sort of thing, like a love triangle sort of thing, like Twilight all over again, but a lot more intense without the vampires and werewolves and whatever. And I've read her books before. I read the whole series from the girl's point of view, which is Kira, book 1, which is Thoughtless, I'm pretty sure. The second one was Effortless, and the third one was Reckless. And yeah, I read all them. I even remember the colours. The first book was in purple, the second book was in blue, and the third one was in red. I reread them. So I read them back in 2014, so I have reread them, all of them, for you guys in her point of view, except from the first one, because I read this one, obviously, which is the first book, in the guy's point of view, and then I went and read the girls as in the order sort of thing. So last year I read, obviously, the first book of the girl's point of view, then the second and the third. This time I read the new one, which I haven't read yet, which is this one, which is the guy's point of view from book 1, then I went the girls in the second and the third. He's a rock star. Well, he's not famous yet, but he becomes famous. It's a real love story. It's like the only book story that I love about a person that cheats, because I don't believe in cheating on people. I think if you can cheat on someone, you didn't love them in the first place. But this book is the only exception where I would say this book, it's blames cheating. It's not a book where like the girl's just a heartless bitch and just cheats on her boyfriend. There's a lot more to it, and even the characters, where the boy that's got cheated on by his girlfriend and by his best friend, when she actually writes a book of it. The author who wrote this book, the main character of the girl who's cheating on her boyfriend, makes this into her book. So it's like the author within the author of the girl makes it into a book series. That makes sense. So it'd be like me writing a book about my life, and then the main character that's me in the book writes this about the series in her book. It's a book within the book, if that makes sense. And she obviously has to let the 2 guys in her, I'm not going to tell you where they are because they do change status and stuff, but she ends up letting the guy that she cheated on read the whole book. and it's nerve-wracking to let him read that she fell in love with the other guy and not him. And he actually says when he finished reading it, he understood it was a lot more to it than it looks like. That when you say to someone, "I cheated on you," you just think, "Oh, you're cheating." This book explains it. When you read the book, you understand why these two people cheat. It makes sense. It's not just because they're cheating; they just want to have sex. There's a lot more to the story. Anyway, I gave this book 4 to 5 stars actually, and so did I give Breaking Dreams. A lot of these books have good reviews. I think they're the only 2 I gave 5 though. Yeah, the rest I think I haven't given. Oh, that's a lie. I've given 3 books out of the 9 this month 5 stars out of 5. All the rest have got below that. Anyway, that book series is this one. It's really popular. You can get it on Kindle. It's on, audiobook format for Kindle. It's really good. I would say it's worth the read. It did hurt my... I don't want to talk about it because I do a book review about it. There's a lot of books I need to do book reviews of, and I won't be doing them today because I'm so tired. I thought I might do one, but I can't. But there's a lot I need to do. I need to get them done. I've probably got like 8 books I need to do book reviews of, and it's bad because I end up watching TV, which I need to catch up on because I'm behind, or I end up going to start a new book. So I really want to go and continue reading a lot more books, but I'm like, you need to put up all the book reviews before you can read more books, because then you're going to eventually just forget what the book's about and you have to reread it again, and it'll just take more time. So yeah, that's my 9 books I read this month. So I don't think I'll be reading as much as 9 books next month because I would have started college. I'll probably get to like 4, I reckon. It depends how busy things are going to be, but it will probably be. It's going to be like the beginning of the course, so I don't think it will be in depth as much as it is. Like the first week of college is all like starting that, meeting people and knowing what you got to get for what you got to do for your course. I'm doing beauty therapy at Wentworth College, so you know where I am now. So if you're at Wentworth College and you watch my videos, and if you're in my class, then you know I am. Yeah, I signed up on Friday. It is now Monday. Yeah, so I'm really tired. I don't know why I'm tired. I slept like 17 hours, not today but yesterday. I'm so tired. I look like crap. Believe it or not, I actually went out like this, but my hair was up in a ponytail. I took it out. That's my hairband. I went to the burger company with my mum. Just me and my mummy to eat, it was nice.